Oh my gosh, the manga god must have come down and say, majority of your series are going to have godlike chapters this week, because between Naruto's explosive chapter, One Piece having a fucking godlike chapter as well, fucking Magi as usual being beast, Fairy Tail last week, and now Fairy Tail this week again. Oh my god, but this chapter even leaps and bounds better than last week's Fairy Tail chapter, because oh my fucking god, basically what we've been looking for this entire time, the main goal that Natsu has had, to find Igneel. He's found Igneel. Yo, this chapter, I gotta keep it real. I gotta be honest with you people. This was like 12 out of 10. Like, oh my fucking god. For starters, you see that even Tartarus members, even the people of Tartarus, Kyoka, fear Acnologia. Just hearing his name, Kyoka's like, what did you say? What name? Like, yo, that just goes to show the legend of Acnologia, the power of Acnologia, the fucking legend behind him is real. That people from Tartarus are scared shitless from hearing his name. And it also makes you wonder just how intelligent is the Acnologia, because we've heard that basically he was once upon a time a human that kept drinking dragon blood or bathing in dragon blood and ultimately turned into who he is now. So we know that he is intelligent to a certain extent, but the way he's blitzing real quick towards this book of End, and we find out basically, well, what Mark Gear seemingly thinks is that the reason he's here is because he wants to destroy the book of End before it can be resurrected and ultimately, I don't know, stop him or do something, because it makes you wonder. We've heard the legend of Zeref, we've heard the legend of the Acnologia at this point, but we haven't really, up until this arc, really hear about End and what it's about or whatnot. So for the Acnologia to fear it, it makes you wonder just how fucking strong is End. And while all this is going on, you see all the Dragon Slayers, they're all, Natsu's burning up, the rest of them are trembling in fear. And I was thinking to myself, is this going to be like a long thing? Or are we going to have to wait to see what's going on? Why is he burning up? Why are they all like that? And oh my fucking god, to finally see it after this entire journey, what we've been looking for. Igneel shows up and he comes out of Natsu's fucking body. Emotional moment with him thinking back and like saying, you know, father, and all the little things of what he learned when he was little, how he taught him how to speak and everything. And I was just thinking to myself, he's been in Natsu this entire time? This entire time we've been like, oh my fucking god, are you serious? From episode 1, he's like searching all around Fior looking for a salamander and he can't find them, and it's like, he's been in him all along. So first of all, it raises questions. What the fuck is he doing in there? We haven't seen the other Dragon Slayers, but I'm assuming it's a possibility that the other dragons are inside of the other Dragon Slayers. Like, God Jill's dragon is inside of him as well, Wendy's. I'm assuming that you can make that assumption based on where Igneel was, because prior to this, we had all thought, okay, they must be from a different timeline, and they died in that timeline, and we got transferred over to the future, but everything is just in complete chaos at this point. And I don't even know if the time travel thing is still even a legit property, because prior to this arc, you know, it seemed definitely like a big case, but ever since the end of the Grand Magic game, it doesn't look like time travel is a big part of the story of what happened to the dragons and what happened to, you know, Igneel and them. And I mean, this is a clear indication that it's not time travel. And when Igneel showed up and he's like, Natsu, you're the one capable most of defeating End, it's like, what is End? I want to see End so badly now, because if the Acnologia is going to this extent to defeat something before it's even resurrected, because maybe End is so much stronger and so much crueler that he'll even have the Acnologia bowing to him. Just imagine the monster of them all, Acnologia, bowing to somebody and listening to somebody's commands on some, like, Sharingan to the QB shit. I would fucking be there, like, going crazy, like, insane, like, what? So, you could definitely see that this is the most, this is the biggest build-up you can do for a villain that we haven't even seen yet. For the Acnologia to be trying to take him out before he can be resurrected? Come on. That's huge indications that End is a monster. And I don't know why Igneel would say that Natsu is most capable of stopping him, because wouldn't he be stronger? And if End is indeed stronger than the Acnologia, Natsu couldn't even fucking touch the Acnologia, then I don't know how the fuck is he gonna even dream of stopping End. And you know, it's a huge tease for a much later time as to what happened, why Igneel has been in him all this time, why he never told him anything, what's been going on. So I'd imagine we won't get those details for a long ass time unless Fairy Tail is suddenly wrapping up next week or some shit, which I highly doubt that. So it'll be a long time, I'd imagine, until we get the details as to what happened. But at the very least, we have one of the most huge setup fights that we could possibly have in Fairy Tail. Igneel versus the Acnologia. When he said, I will handle the Acnologia, that just showed the power and the ferocity of Igneel. Overall, 12 out of 10 type of chapter. This was beyond perfect of a setup, of a fight, of finding the goal at the end of the fucking journey. And when Natsu there crying at the end, I couldn't help but feel for him. Like, this chapter, it gave you the feels. It gave you the awesomeness. It gave you great setup. It gave you revelation. It gave you the fucking villains fearing another. It gave a setup for fucking End being this strong that the Acnologia would want to take him out. It gave you that Mark Gear couldn't calculate this shit. Probably, if not the best fairy tale chapter, then one of the best fairy tale chapters, like top 3, maybe top 2. I don't know which one would be a better chapter than this. I honestly think no. Fuck it. Best fairy tale chapter ever. Ever. Not best of the year, not best of the arc. Best fairy tale chapter to date. Fucking amazing. Loved it. I can't fucking wait to see what's going to happen next. There's nothing wrong with this chapter. It was absolutely outstanding. Hiro Mashima knows how to do a fucking 400. This is what I love about Hiro Mashima, that he actually knows, like, you know, this is 400. This is a huge milestone. And how am I going to celebrate it? I'm going to bring the biggest fucking plot twist you can possibly think of in fairy tale and bring it to light. I love that shit. Hiro for the motherfucking win for that shit right there. And here's what I'm hoping goes down, honestly. I'm hoping that Acnologia and Igneel go at it. I think it would be a lot, while I don't want this to happen in a way, I think it would be a lot more impactful if Igneel is killed by Acnologia, even if Natsu can stop End. If Igneel is killed by Acnologia, that would be devastating and hopefully add quite a bit of character development to Natsu, because prior to this, his big thing that's been in his head is, I need to see Igneel, I need to find Igneel. And likewise, I'm assuming with like Wendy and them as well, but if he dies, and it's just also like, that's also waiting in the wings as well for if Igneel does die, then maybe the rest of the dragons are waiting to come out. So if Igneel falls, then they'll help as well to fight off the Acnologia. And if that's the case, then oh my god. But let me know what you guys think. First of all, is End that strong that the Acnologia is trying to stop him before he can be reborn? Also, why do you think Igneel and the other dragons, well, specifically Igneel, because it's not confirmed yet what the other dragons say, but specifically with Igneel, why has he been a Natsu this entire time? What happened to make him hide inside of him? How did he do it? So many fucking questions. And who do you have your money on? Huge question. Igneel or the Acnologia? Who is going to take this fight? And your overall thoughts of the chapter. Again, best fairy tale chapter, period. But that's all I have for this review / reaction / me going fucking insane. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that would be awesome. I'm ForneverWorld. And as always, people, have an awesome day, because this fairy tale chapter made mine, baby. Yeah.